So everybody has a coffee, yeah?
Everybody has a coffee.
That's good.
How do I take where my phone doesn't lock up every display?
And switch off your
There we go.
your iWatch. Not that it's ringing again in the middle of our interesting conversation, and that I'm losing the subject.
Yeah. Well, you're already starting to lose your subject. We haven't even started.
So we had a coach here before, right?
Yeah, we had Fletcher on first episode,
and then like last week we had Anna Swisher, professional in weightlifting,
and now we're coming to something completely different.
Yeah.
Why? We've got the member of the year. You're the member of the year.
Yeah,
that's something really different.
Oh yeah.
What is better? That's the question.
Wait
what do you think?
Wait and see.
What do you think, Jörg? What is better?
Oh, I liked I saw the two episodes. It's quite nice, funny, interesting.
Yeah.
And especially for Fletcher, I learned a lot of things about him.
Yeah,
that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I know him now for a year, and there were some things that I even didn't know about him. So it was quite interesting.
Yeah, and that was kind of the idea why we wanted to start this. Is we can see sides of people that you don't see normally, but you still spend a lot of time with.
Yes.
Right.
Also the dark side of the members.
The dark side, yes. No, that's good. I think. Do you have any feedback for us since you listened to both episodes? Anything we can do better?
No. It was amusing. Was interesting. There were. Yeah, it was also a kind of questioning.
Yeah.
It was not pro CrossFit, but it's also kind of
shoot the shit.
Yeah. Shoot the shit.
That should be our motto, actually, man.
Yeah. Slogan.
Because Birds and Fitness with Anna, it was not. It was maybe fitness, but not.
She was trying to grow a beard, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. In 3 days.
Yeah, Joey mentioned, I think, on the first episode that when we came up with a name, we wanted to kind of represent that we wanted to talk about fitness-related stuff, but also just everything and anything. And so the beards kind of stands for that, shoot the shit. So, but how long have you been doing CrossFit?
It's now 1 year and 1 year and a half. I think I started I made the basic course in September 16.
Yes.
Yeah.
September 16, so it makes a year
and a half, more or less. Yeah.
How did you? So you went through the 3-week basic course.
Yes.
And I would say.
Well, know how I came to the idea to make CrossFit.
No. Well, no. Well, your significant other, Virginie, she introduced it to you, right?
The thing is that during 2 years I told her that she's totally nuts to make sports 5 times a week. That's too much and that's not healthy, and how can you?
Well, as a psychotherapist, thinking that your girlfriend is nuts doing CrossFit is a bit worrying.
Yeah, and everybody except CrossFitters are telling me that it's too much.
Yeah.
Because I went also, I think a year ago, I went to see the main sports doctor here in Luxembourg. He's the doctor of the Olympic team. He's really a professor in sports medicine.
I wonder if he's actually doing weightlifting.
No,
that must be interesting
Definitely
to put him together with Anna Swisher.
But he told me it would be better to do 2 till 3 times CrossFit a week, and for the rest 1 or 2 times rowing or cardio or whatever. So that the result was that I was buying a water rower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm doing 5 times a week CrossFit, and I'm rowing
3 times at the box.
Yeah,
on the wind rower.
I'm not rowing. I think
so you have the one that you see on House of Cards.
Yes,
Kevin
exactly.
Spacey is
exactly
nice.
the same one. And,
do you feel like Kevin Spacey when you row on it? Do you get
I'm feeling
that
like the
feeling?
candidate for the presidency of
Yeah.
definitely. I'm feeling.
So how you CrossFit now 5 times a week?
Normally, yes.
And how does it feel? How do you feel? Let's go with just physically. How do you feel physically?
Yeah, there's not one answer, because if you ask me now, I would say I'm feeling bad, and 5 minutes later or an hour later I'm feeling wonderful, and depends on.
Yeah, but if you compare, like
the Jörg before,
like big picture, before you started CrossFit, and
I lost 14 kilos, so I'm feeling already
14
yes, in a year.
Did you change your diet?
Yes.
Yeah,
I did. But
you're a vegan, right?
Yes.
But you were before as well.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm now vegan for 7 months.
Okay. How's that going?
Just got the idea, and maybe it was also to give a hard time to Virginie. I don't know, because she was vegetarian before.
Yeah.
And I saw also a quite disgusting film in Netflix about what they are doing to repeat the.
Which one was that? Do you remember? Food choices?
What the health?
What the health? Yeah, that's the recent one. Yeah. Okay.
I think it was totally.
I'm really amazed when people can watch a film or a documentary, and they change their life so dramatically afterward.
Did I?
Well,
because this vegan thing, for me it's nothing dramatic. I thought also it's a really big change.
Yeah.
But in fact it isn't.
I agree with him actually. Because for me it was the same thing. That's when we saw Food Choices. We saw that documentary at home, and I didn't want to see it. I didn't put it on. I sat there and I got hooked. And after that, we looked at each other and it was like, okay, we're not going to buy any meat anymore. Yeah. And I think it was not like the documentary that actually makes you change, but it's just all these things you already know in your back head, which you know as a meat eater too. You know them, but you never realize them and you never put them in perspective. And then somehow one documentary puts it in perspective, and then it changes your views completely.
And for me, it was just a trigger.
Yeah, exactly. The trigger
to think about. I'm totally agree that the film, it's an American film. Yes. It's totally exaggerated.
Yeah. Was it the straw that broke the camel's back? Were you
it was the first. Was not the straw. It was the first trigger, just to think about the whole subject.
Yes.
Okay. And for me, it was the three reasons why I did it. Was my health, was also love of animals, or just to protect animals and protect the planet.
Yeah.
So and then I phoned to Virginie and I told her that I want to try to be vegan, and she asked me, nice idea, when do you want to start? I said, quite now, hick and nunk. And she just came from supermarket for
with a lot of chicken. And
exactly. Yeah. And she was also afraid that this would be a big change or a big challenge, but it wasn't. It was the opposite thing, because this changed our life in a good way, because we were getting more, or Virginie is getting more creative to find nice food and a decent food, and I like it a lot. And I gave to myself the possibility to make a cheat day every 2 weeks, so that every second Wednesday I can eat whatever I want. But last Wednesday I ate some burgers, but this is the first meat I ate for months.
Yeah.
So.
That was actually one of my questions, if you were 100% vegan or not, because if I put in my perspective, for us it's just being vegan at home, because I know that if you go out, if you go to a canteen, if you go to a restaurant, it's going to be really, really hard, unless you go to a vegan restaurant. And here in Luxembourg it's just during noontime. In the evening you won't find anything or nearly nothing, so you have to
No, there's few things that I don't do. I'm not militant. I'm not trying to get a missionary and to tell everybody that they have to get vegan. That's the first thing. I even don't discuss about this. Second thing is that I'm not 100% vegan, because I want to have this, also psychologically, I want to have this idea, in my head, that I'm not allowed for the rest of my life to do whatever I want. So just the idea that I can every second week eat a huge T-bone steak helps me to feel well. and I didn't profit. And the third thing is that by having this cheat day, I can be invited by somebody who knows that didn't know that I'm vegan, made some meat, and I can spend my dinner evening with him without being
pain in the ass.
Yes, exactly.
Is it hard to be unhealthy when you're vegan?
Unhealthy?
Yeah.
No, it's really easy. Just drink some Coke
and eat chips.
And then you're vegan.
No, I'm not saying you should do it. I feel like, because I associate veganism or being a vegan to health. Like people are like really,
No,
it's just
it can be if you're doing it right, but you can eat a lot of shit just by being vegan.
Yeah.
Just eat chips and a lot of fat or a lot of avocados. Avocados and chips the whole day, and you surely won't. And you have also, I think that the only thing that you don't get by vegan regime or vegan diet is the vitamins. You have to be very careful about vitamin B12, for example.
Yeah, so you take like extra supplements to compensate.
Yes.
And
the most soy milk they are already in. They put it in the B12.
Yeah.
Because B12 is going immediately
straight to the mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now you should know about that.
I should.
Yeah. Well, if I backtrack a little bit, because I want to go into. I'm interested to hear your experience of the basic course, because 85% of our members, probably more or less, go through the 3-week basic course to start.
Yes.
And you were involved. It was do you remember how many were in the group? That
I would say about 20. Maybe.
Yeah, so it's a big group. It was September. Yeah. So normally. September, January.
And I think that there was even 2 basic courses, one at 6 and one at 7 or 6:30 and 7:30, thing like
possible,
this.
Yeah, we'll have that maybe twice a year in those months. Do you remember how many are still involved?
There are a few.
Yeah,
I think there are about, I would say, 10.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
That's
good.
It's Tessie and Anna Walsh and
that was that group. True. Okay.
Yeah, it was a strong group.
Yeah, a few Spanish guys.
Nice.
Was that the group? No, not with Tessie. Tessie was not in that group, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. We changed like a small detail after the basic course, and the number of people that continued with us went up like 30%. So meaning before you would have 15 people in the basic course, and it's a 3-week course, 9 sessions. When you finish, you had 1 free week that was included in the basic course, right? So it was basically 3 weeks of the classes, the 9 sessions, and then you had 1 week to just attend the classes as you wish. And after that week, you need to commit. And you have the 3-month special after the basic course. It's the same, but the only thing that changed there was you have the free week. And now we changed it. So you would have 15 people. And let's say back then, maybe like 6-7 signed up after that free week. And Inga actually came with that idea to change that. When you finish the basic course, if you sign up on the spot, then you get the free week, right? Added to your membership.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only difference.
But like,
and then we saw like going from 6-7 out of 15 to 12-13 out of 15. I'm not saying it was just a marketing strategy, but it really worked.
Yes, but the big question is, do you need this? Because now the last, especially on January, I was really astonished how many people, there were some classes who were totally blocked because they were more than 25.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to change your marketing strategy to get more members, I think on the other side, you also have to think about where to put them in the classes.
Think about the existing members. exactly. And it's a big struggle because
No, it's not only the existing members, also the new ones. You have to,
Yeah.
to give them the possibility to
For sure.
to,
and
train,
and to be honest, we are definitely on the upper limit of our member count, meaning how many members we can take in
Yes.
with the classes we are offering. And I mean, we don't do always everything right, and it's a learning experience. You kind of, and also the thing is that with, CrossFit being so related to seasons, January, beginning of February is very high attendance, and then the attendance will drop. It's kind of like the beginning of school. Like when I was in law school, you would see everyone showing up in January, like you could never find a place to study, and then February hits and they're out of there.
It was in law school. I think in psychology it's even worse. You even don't see them on the beginning of the year.
It's quit right away. Yeah, but it is to kind of finish this discussion with the members.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're just experiencing with it. I think we need to be really careful because the goal is not to always increase the members.
Yes.
That is not my
and
goal.
not to get the victim of your success.
Yeah.
No, because if I'm going to a club, I'm doing the basic sport or the
Right.
basic course, I want to start, and I don't get a place in the basic, not in the basic, but in
The
the
regular
classes,
class, yeah.
the regular classes. I will be fed up after
Right.
a week.
The thing is,
So-
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, it was kind of interesting when we had the seminar this weekend. There was this owner of a box from Utrecht, from Unscared or whatever, and he said apparently they have a waiting list for people to get into the box. That's kind of interesting. So people actually get in line to train there. That's,
Yeah, we had a waiting list before.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't go on for a long time, and I actually know the Unscared guys, the box you're talking about.
Mhm.
They do a good job. But in boxes, and I believe Unscared as well, I don't know if you mentioned that, but the classes will fill up like, 30 hours in advance. They're all full.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's great.
Imagine. Like, I have discussions with box owners every now and then, and actually a lot of boxes only have 12 members
Mhm.
being able to attend each class, so it's a very different feel. We just have a little bit different strategy. But in those 12 member classes, if you're on a Monday and you want to train on a Tuesday and you're going to register Monday night,
Yeah.
it's highly likely that you won't.
Mhm.
So I think a big part of it is also we are used to always being able to, and I always being able to register to a class when we want to come, even though it's 15 minutes prior. We're just so used to it. So it's so different that we look and it's 2 hours until the class starts and it's full and you're like, shit. But I do really pay attention every night to see if the class, like the night before, is already full. Because then I know if you cannot sign in on a Monday night, on a Tuesday night, then I know I'm pretty full.
Yes.
Over full, in my opinion.
So what you mean to say is there's always a flip side of every coin.
Yeah, and I'm just saying,
So,
like,
There's that
people can
advantages
still,
and-
people can still now, on a Sunday night or a Monday night when we have the busiest, because Monday and Tuesday is the busiest, they can still sign in
Mhm.
for every class in the evening. Now, the 7 a.m. class might be full, like the night of, but if you do that like 24 hours in advance as well. So that's something that I pay attention to. But I do agree it's something you need to like look into.
But it looks like it's getting better now in February. This was
Exactly.
January, and
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Yeah, it's always like that.
And the other thing, I think in August or September there are 4 or 5 or 6 people who are just in one course. It's not funny as well. So
Yeah, and you have to take
Obviously.
in consideration that after the basic course, there's all these people from the basic course bumping in,
Yeah.
So the classes fill quite quickly, and then that also calms itself down after a while,
So now you wanted to know if this is a good idea with this 3 week or this registration by the spot.
Well, yeah, I would Not necessarily if it was a good idea. I just wanted to tell you about it.
Yeah.
So just shoot the shit.
It was just an observation.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to weigh in on it. It's just an interesting fact, because we were talking about how many were still here, and let's see. I wanted to discuss with you a little bit about your work. So
You personally or?
yeah. It's because you are a psychotherapist, correct? Is that the terminology I should use, or psych, or psychiatrist?
No, psychiatrist. No,
shrink.
It's a medic. I'm a psychologist, psychotherapist.
Okay,
Both. It's 2 master degrees. One in psychology and one in psychotherapy.
got it. And how old are you?
50.
And how long have you been a
Psychotherapist.
psychotherapist?
Not very long. I restudied at the age of 36. So at the age of 36, I passed again my high school and went to university, and I finished my psychology degree, my master degree, at the age of 41.
Okay.
Wait, in 2010.
So it's a 5-year process.
Yes.
Once you're
Should be.
there, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
And then another 3 years for the psychotherapist.
and you've done that.
Yes.
Yes. Got it.
So and I restarted work in 2011.
Yeah. And what did you do before that? I mean, just briefly, like, no studies, or
No.
like, do you have another degree?
No, I left home when I was 18, and
Yeah.
I started to work for a security company, making money transport, cash in transit,
okay.
things like this. Then I
So kind of meat ends jobs, like, just
it was insurance companies.
yeah.
I was the co-founder of the first real estate database in Luxembourg. Then I wanted to open a restaurant.
That's always a
And
bad
the
idea.
last 7 years I worked as the first, or one of the first, or more the second, together with a friend. We opened a bike messenger company. So we were the first bike messengers here in Luxembourg. So for the last 7 years before my studies, I just made 150 kilometers of biking, but always 1 kilometer, again pause, 1 kilometer.
Oh, so you were just delivering mail on a bike?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes,
Wow.
during 7 years.
It's hard on a hilly country like Luxembourg, no?
It was just in Luxembourg City.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was. Well,
Did you have an e-bike?
No.
No.
Actually, I stopped this in 2004. When I started again my studies, and I have still 6 bikes in my cellar, and I never touched them anymore.
You know, there's a saying. Well, maybe I'm making it up, but the people that go into psychotherapy, they're the ones that need it.
Yes.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, most of them.
So why did you want to go into that?
It was totally because I'm the exception. But no, the thing is that when I started my studies, when I made my high school, or the basic idea was to get dentist. I wanted to, because a friend of mine, or my dentist, he told me, listen, I don't want to work anymore in the mornings. Just study dentistry and we will work together. That was my idea,
Right.
or the basic idea. And so I made my high schools, and then I just missed the day to make my inscription to the dentistry school. And so I had 1 year off. I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know if I would feel well in the university. So I decided to study anything, just to get the feeling of university. And I opened the same day, I think, I opened the newspaper, and there was they just spoke about University of Luxembourg, who started the whole psychology courses. And I said, yeah, it costs 100 euro inscription. I don't have to move. I can stay in Luxembourg. This is fine. Just let's do it. So
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
And after the first semester, it got me. I just didn't speak about dentistry anymore, and it was really, I saw, because I had no idea what it is, psychology. I for my whole life, I just gave a shit about what other people think, or what they are feeling, So I learned this.
So you found your
thing,
dedication.
Yeah.
Cool.
After the first or mid of the second semester, I said, this is a quite interesting thing. And on the second semester, we had to make an internship of 6 weeks. And I think there were about 120 students, and we were 4 men or 4 boys.
Really?
Yeah. Well, this is psychology. It's always in Belgium. When I studied in Belgium, we were 204 and 12 guys.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was that much of a split.
And now think of your saying.
What?
Think of your saying that you said before. That's a saying. Some truth about it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a follow-up question on the saying.
Yeah, that's not gonna out that.
But so I had to do this internship for 6 weeks, and one of these guys, his father was the military psychologist in Luxembourg. And my relation to uniforms was quite a particular one. I'm coming out of an old police and a military family, but I never want to be in contact. But I thought it would be a good joke to make my internship at the army for these 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And out of the 6 weeks became 5 years. I stayed 5 years at the Luxembourgish army because it was quite a cool experience. And the main thing was also to pass your diploma, to make your bachelor diploma and your master diploma. You have to make studies and you have to make a work. So you need people where you can test and so on.
Like some research
exactly. So all my other co-students they really had hard times to find enough people to get tested and so on. And I just had to take the phone to the colonel and to tell the colonel, listen, I have to test few people. Yes, Mr. Wimpfheimer, no problem. How many do you need? 400. Yeah, okay. Next Wednesday, 11 o'clock. Okay, so next Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I came in a huge room. There were 500 soldiers. Everybody stood up, and I had just to distribute my questionnaires and pencil. And so what other students they need 3 months for, I made it in 2 hours.
Yeah, so you would just get 500 people all
in a row.
Yes,
the military
nearly.
And
so I worked on the
questions.
Yeah, I worked on the troop morale of Luxembourgish.
The what?
The morale of the troops.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even my work went even to a satiric newspaper in Luxembourg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the results were not that good. And so I made this, and through this I came also to Luxor, the Luxembourgish Air Company, where I'm 5 times a year. I'm making seminars for people who are aviophobic, who has this fear of flying.
But do you work like one-on-one with people?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mainly, I'm working from 8 till 4 in a company or institution or association who are working with people who are really ill.
Yeah.
With psychotic people.
But
it's
that's
a kind of.
Is that in relationship with Luxair or is
no,
that's okay.
No, Luxair is just 5 times a year, a weekend.
Oh, I understand.
Okay. Together with law.
It's like a side job.
Yes, it's freelance consulting.
Yeah.
But mainly I'm working in a sheltered workshop. So I'm the director or the vice director of an association who has 4 sites or four huge sheltered workshops where we work with psychotic people to get them again in the work and to make them again maybe finding some jobs outside or getting them jobs in our company. And then from 4 I'm heading home, and from 4:30 till 8, 9, 10 in the evening I have my own practice where I see people one-to-one, especially for anxiety problems or disorders and depressive disorders. Yeah. With adults.
Yeah. I'm interested to know, all the people you see, do they have kind of quote unquote big problems when they're coming, or do you have a lot of people that
getting problems after they come?
Awesome. Yeah. No, more like do you have some people that come to you and just say, well, there's not a big problem, but I just want to kind of maximize my mental health and just see someone that might help me just get an extra edge.
Yeah, I have everything.
But it's very few, right? I mean, do you have that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Wow. I also have people who are coming with a huge problem.
Yeah.
Very often the problem just is a totally other that they thought in the beginning. A lot of people are coming with this burnout and all these sexy disorders of nowadays. And after 1 hour, 2 hour, 2 sessions, we find out that the problem is not the burnout, but something else.
You go to the root, and it's a different root.
And I'm, let's say, every 6-10 sessions, I'm just evaluating, okay, what are we working on?
Yeah.
Are we still on the subject? And some people are just telling me my problem or the initial problem. It's okay, I'm fine with this, but I want to come every month, every second month, just to discuss.
How much? So you spend an hour or so with people, or
55 minutes, an hour maximum.
how much of that time are you talking, and how much are they talking?
It depends.
Like it varies a lot, or it's
Depends. Normally, the patient should be the person who speaks.
Unload.
So is there some hours where you speak for 1 minute and they 54?
No. You know, my work is first of all to find out or to listen to the patient to find out what is the problem.
Right.
Okay, where does it come from? This is maybe slightly interesting, but the main thing what interests me is why is the problem every time? Why does it persist? Why does it come every day and every day and every day? And why does it rest?
Right.
This problem. And this comes mainly because you have a problem, you want to get rid of this problem, you are doing a behavior, and this behavior on a short time has a short time consequence that is positive, but a long time consequence what is negative. For example, I'm feeling bad because I'm stressed by my wife, makes me feel miserable or angry or whatsoever. My behavior is I'm taking a bottle of wine, short time consequence, I'm feeling fine. A long time consequence, the day after I have a huge headache. My wife is still stressing me and even more, and my brain is telling me, because my brain is registering my behavior, what works and what doesn't work. My brain is telling me, listen, your wife is stressing you, so take a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So, and once we find out this by a functional analysis and so on, it's quite easy. So we have the problem, what is the problem behavior?
Yeah.
And we just have to find out another strategy or alternative.
But you know, sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Because I'm really interested in the fact that, like, seeing a psychotherapist is, at least where I come from and the culture I'm from, it's a little bit frowned upon. And if someone is seeing a psych, I would just, it's an automatic assumption that there's something wrong, like in the wrong kind of way. But I actually truly believe that everyone should see someone, like a therapist, to to lack of a better term, to maximize their mental health. Just like you, because imagine how many gyms are there around? There are a lot of gyms, right?
Yes.
People are always thinking about getting fitter. They want to like clean up their life, you know, because they don't feel good, or so they go to the gym.
Yes.
Right. And big part of it is gym and nutrition.
So taking care of the body.
Exactly. You think gym and nutrition. That's like, okay, something is, you know, for a lot of people, I would say the mass, if they're gonna like, okay, now I gotta do something, I'm not happy with this, whatever. But how many of those people could do better or fix their problems if they would also because it's important to exercise and eat healthy, but if they also take care of their issues, mental issues or non-issues, or just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. To start with, psychology is not only for people with something, or for cases where something is going wrong.
Yeah.
You have the clinical
but
psychology.
that's the general assumption, right?
Yes, but it's not true. You have psychologists everywhere. For example, go to the supermarket.
Is it expensive?
Depends. In Luxembourg, it's a psychotherapy, not a psychologist, but psychotherapy costs between 70 and 150 euros for an hour.
Per session. Okay, so it's an upper class thing. No.
For the moment, yes, especially because the social or the how do you call this Krankekis, the social insurance isn't paying.
Okay.
So they are just no.
Oh, they don't pay it.
They don't pay it.
Okay.
You have to pay it.
That's also a whole nother discussion why they don't pay that, but they pay, let's say,
but
physio.
We are just now. We tried now the last 30 years to make them pay. First of all, to really get the law, what tells us what is a psychotherapist and what isn't. We have this law now since 2014. And now we are for the last year we are in discussion with the insurance, social insurance, just to get it paid. So slowly we're getting better. But psychology, you find psychology everywhere. You find psychology in the supermarket. Why do you think that all the stuff what is interested, where children are or kids are interested, why do you think that they are just on this hive? Or just the kind.
Or you mean like the stuff that the kids find appealing are on the lower aisles?
Yeah, sure.
It's closer to
the music. It's designed by psychologists because through the music you can decide if you want the customers going quick through your shop or if you want to make them stay.
So psychology is sort of a mentalist in that sense.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have
manipulating people?
And by the way, we have a special kind of psychology. It's the sports psychology. Go and have a look at the Olympic Games now. Look at, for example, the guys who are doing slalom ski.
Yeah.
And you see them standing at the start and making this.
Yeah.
They're making imageries. That means they are working with
they're imagining what they're about to do.
Imagining the race.
Yes. Right. And preparing the muscles already to react quicker. And this is, if you see a guy doing this, you know this guy is working with a psychologist, with a sports psychologist.
Yeah.
Do
you do that when you get to a workout here? Do you mentally prepare yourself to the workout?
My big concern is for me and for my patients is to stay in the here and now.
Yeah.
And not to think about what could get wrong or does Anna look at me? You know, with Anna Swiffer, you told about this guy who was rowing. And I wondered if you spoke about me. For 45 years who do not have any mobility. I thought probably me.
Actually, you were not the guy, but you have done that. And you do that. Yeah, you look to the side when you lift. Yeah, that is for sure.
Yeah. But you know, just to ignore all your because everybody has a part of this brain who is speaking to you 24 hours and 24. Like you're not good, this is shit what you're doing, and so on and so on.
And that's the voice. That's
and I have a voice, for example, here in CrossFit. I have a voice who is telling me, "You're too old for this shit. Stop. I'm tired now. Stop it now. I'm feeling bad." And I'm trying just to do this workouts without listening to this little voice.
Yeah.
And to stay in here and now, and not to do. And the best thing to do this is to get concentrated on, for example, and that's why CrossFit is excellent for this, on the technique.
Yeah.
So what I have to think about when I'm cleaning.
Yeah, but it's an interesting point that you say. You know, your voice is almost in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get you to do something that really is self.
But it's good that because
it's bad for you, right? Or you know what I mean? Like it's an inner dialogue, you know. Yeah. And what I'm really trying to say is, do you feel like CrossFit almost trains us mentally because we bring out that inner dialogue? So, for example, when you're doing a hard workout and you're in the middle of a set of 30 wall balls and you're done with 20 and you really want to put the ball down, you're going to bring out that voice, right? Put the ball down, relax, whatever. And the motivation in CrossFit is to just, you know, go. Yeah, right? Just ignore that voice. Do you think that's beneficial?
The voice is already coming on the day before when you're looking at the what? Well, if you
but I'm saying, I know, but
it's coming early. This is too much. And for me, my voice.
Well, it varies for people, right?
Yes. Yeah. And it can be. CrossFit can be like everything. CrossFit can be excellent for your health. Can be also very bad for your health.
Yeah.
Depends on
Okay.
how you manage it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can be very good for your head.
Yeah.
Can also be very bad for you.
In what way can it be bad for you?
How many people do you know where it could be possible that you are doing CrossFit just to compensate something that don't work in their life or with their body
Many.
and so on? How many?
Okay. Like, what do you mean by compensating like that?
Just
Like they're supposed to be
Trying
doing
to-
something else? Or?
trying to get very, very good in CrossFit
Okay,
just
okay.
because they
Yeah, because they
miss
got it.
something or
Okay.
lack something.
Yeah, like they spend maybe too much time or
Yeah.
Or
But-
on a simpler basis, people that in general terms do sports
Yes.
just to compensate the fact that they're eating bad and they're drinking a lot
For
and they just
example.
want to
Okay,
compensate
got
in
it.
that
So,
sense.
and this
got
is
it.
avoidance, in fact. If you have a problem and you are avoiding it, because CrossFit can also be avoiding of a
Yeah.
problem, okay? So
it's like you're looking at a bank account, and when you do CrossFit, the money is coming in, and when you drink, the money is coming out, and that's the wrong way to look at it. Or am I just not on the same discussion as you?
No, I don't think, because I even don't know what could
But
be.
you know what I mean.
No.
Well, if we go back to in what way CrossFit can be bad to you, which I mean, I think I agree that in some cases that is true. I think everything, you can abuse everything.
Yeah,
Exactly,
you can abuse
yeah.
water. If you
Yeah.
drink 7 liters of water, it will be very
Yes.
poisonous.
Right.
Especially for beginners like me. I came here. First of all, I made it just to convince my other half or my better half, just to make it slower. I got sucked in this CrossFit movement. And,
Yeah.
I found also my pleasure in, and then I also started, like you spoke already about this famous ego that everybody has. I started also to wanted to compete with the young guys.
Yeah.
This went till I started on September. This went till May. Lux Fitness, the challenge.
Lux Fitness Challenge, yeah.
Yeah, and after this, I just jumped from one kinetherapist to another, to the chiropractic and so on and so on, because my body said no, it's enough.
Yeah.
And then a few months or few weeks later, I was fine again. I made the same shit again, and my body said again, or my back said again, no, stop this now.
Yeah.
It's now,
So the bad thing you're saying is overtraining, because your ego pushes you to go further than you actually can.
Yeah, and
or
this is
should.
not just physically spoken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. For the rest, if you are, CrossFit is like alcohol,
Yeah.
or like cigars, or like drugs. If you are
Okay.
doing this because you like it,
Yeah.
if I'm, because for example, I like cigars, I like Scotch whiskey
And drugs?
and drugs.
Well, CrossFit is a drug.
If I'm coming home,
Yeah.
I'm coming home and once a week or every second week, I want to drink a Scotch whiskey. So I'm taking one of my best bottles and I'm pouring 20 cl or 2 cl in. And then I'm looking at my whiskey. I'm trying to find out the nose. I'm explaining to Virginie where this comes from. She gives a shit, but I'm fine. And I'm drinking 2 cl, one glass of whiskey takes me 40 minutes.
Mhm.
Just to have pleasure.
Yeah. Full experience.
Full experience. So this is fine. I'm drinking this one glass, and I even don't get the idea to take a second one, because the second one will never be as good as the first one. I don't want to drink one of my precious
Yes,
bottles
it's just
in
about
one.
taste. It's not about excess. It's not about drinking.
It's about pleasure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I will never be in a danger that alcohol could be bad for me, or could be a danger, or that I get dependent.
If you apply it like that. you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'm coming home because I have a shit day at work, and I'm deciding to drink a whiskey just to avoid the bad feelings that I have concerning this day,
Right.
That's
I'm on the way in hell.
Yeah.
Because this will, first of all, I will drink one glass like this on X. This won't have the effect that I need, because I need more, at least a half a bottle, just to forget the day. The day after, I'm waking up again, headache. this day will be more shitty than the day before, and my brain is just learning that by drinking whiskey,
Conditioning.
I can't forget, just for the evening, I can't forget my shitty day.
Yeah,
So
but I
every
mean, I totally get your analogy, but I don't agree with it being like CrossFit, because I feel like like in my own experience, if I have a shitty day,
Yes.
or I feel like just wake up and it's the wrong kind of day.
Yes.
What helps me the most is probably because it is my drug in a way, but I wouldn't say it's a bad one. Is that if I go train, it might change the whole my mood, and I feel like it's the right kind of drug.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Could be. Can be.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if maybe the problem is not solved by CrossFit, but just avoided by CrossFit, then you're starting to get a problem.
Yeah, I get that.
Because if you can do as much CrossFit as you want, this
never
will not change your relationship problem with your wife.
Yeah.
It will maybe worsen it because you're not at home,
Yeah.
or you're just going around with the goals of CrossFit. It will not solve your problems in work. It will not solve your anxiety. Okay, so this is. But if you do not have any success in life and you're coming to CrossFit, maybe you have success in CrossFit. But what will this change for your life if you're not doing it professionally?
Right, but I think still though, I mean, I get that, and I kind of agree, but to counter, I would say a lot of times, in my experience, when people come in, even though they just do it recreationally 3 times a week or whatever, I feel like their personality, as they get stronger physically and they start to move, so they're happier when they look in the mirror. This has a overlaying impact on their life.
Yeah.
So what happens is really, I mean, they might, when they actually apply CrossFit in the right way, then they might get more self-confidence.
Yes.
So their career might change.
Absolutely.
They'll find
Could
a
be,
passion for, I mean, in that regard.
Yeah.
It keeps you motivated in life.
Okay,
Because
I
you
never
feel good doing CrossFit. It keps you motivated in your
I
everyday life.
do not pretend that CrossFit is bad for you.
No, I like that.
yeah.
I like the dialogue. I'm just,
And I have some, by the way, I have patients where I tell them to do some sports, and I gave already the address of RCV. Just go ahead to come. And
please don't do that. No, I'm just joking.
Too late. They're already here.
Evaluate what kind of patients, please.
No, there are some, because especially for example for people who are like slightly depressive, it's an amazing thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Just to get activated, and CrossFit is because CrossFit, compared to other sports, in my own experience, it's quite an amazing thing, because this is the first time, because I made some fitness before, and that was always I just got registered in a fitness center. I went there 2 months, and after 2 months, my couch at home in the evening got very
You were a
interesting.
subscriber, but you've never attended.
Exactly. And this year, I don't know if it's because I'm doing this together with my dear partner.
No, I mean the so if we look at the concepts of the business, when like how many members are subscribed here, a really high percentage is attending the classes. If you go to, not to name any names, but if you go to like Basic Fit or something, then maybe like a really low number is attending, and that's their whole concept. If everyone, if they had the same attendance numbers as we had, they would be out of space.
And they even, I don't know if this was Basic Fit or another one, but I know.
Well, if you could name any, it's the same.
Okay, but they even start to have a discussion with you if you're coming too often. If you're going to one of these centers 5 times a week, they tell you, listen, shit, it's too much. Because it's their concept.
Because they care about you.
Yeah.
Are you religious?
It's a good question.
Why do you ask me this?
I'm asking.
Did you Google me?
Are you religious?
Basically, no. But I am the co-founder of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. I don't know if you... Here in Luxembourg, Church
of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
I'm Pastafarian, yes. Pastafarian.
Okay.
Pastafaria.
I never heard that, but okay.
Oh,
You never heard of the Flying Spaghetti Monster Church?
I like that.
No,
So-
really, you never heard about that?
No.
That's kind of cool.
Am I supposed to?
Yes,
Yeah.
Really?
you should. Yeah.
It's the Luxembourg thing, or?
No. It's an American thing, basically. But now it's worldwide. It's
So is it like the idea of it is being there is some higher power?
Yes, the flying
But-
spaghetti monster. It's
Yeah.
a spaghetti monster with mad balls who just created the world and the whole universe.
I mean,
And-
is it a complete joke or?
No, it's
It
totally
actually
I think you
started-
guys are just trolling me.
No. It
no,
actually
no.
started by if I'm not mistaken, you might correct
Anderson.
me, but it started on the internet, on a blog or a forum where Christians were discussing, the topic of if there is a God or not with atheists.
Okay, got it.
And
yeah, I think
Atheists.
the
atheists, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the source of the movement is a guy who was in university somewhere.
All right, listen.
in the
Okay,
States.
so I'm in an elevator with you. We're gonna go to the 8th floor,
Yes.
and you gotta explain to me what it is, and I'm punching the button. So what is it?
It's a religion.
Yeah, but come on, do
Like
I
every-
attend on Sundays?
You can. You don't have to, but you can. if
But it's
you want.
possible.
It is.
And
Yes.
what do you speak about there?
I don't.
What's
because
the core
I'm-
message?
The core message is that everything is fine. That the Earth. Okay, there's the spaghetti monster who is really the
Yeah, of
the
course.
higher power.
It's analogy.
and it is and
But they are
everything is good like it is.
yeah.
You don't have to
Overthink.
change anything. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
We have our heaven. Our heaven has beer volcans and strippers, and we also have our hell.
I don't know if I like that.
The hell is bad beer, and strippers have tripper,
Have what?
the MST,
Ah, okay.
sexual diseases.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
that's bad.
Yeah, and that's mainly the whole thing. For the rest, it's quite similar to
Sounds
every.
quite serious.
Yes, it is.
But the idea is kind of interesting because
Yeah.
if you have that discussion and you tell like a believer that he cannot prove that God exists,
Yeah.
then he'll tell you, okay, but you cannot prove that God doesn't exist.
Right.
And from that idea comes the whole Spaghetti Monster
Yes.
Church saying
Right.
that
In
you
fact,
can't prove that the Spaghetti Monster exists, but
Right.
I can't disprove that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in between. You're
No.
still recognizing there is.
No, in fact, there are some strange guys who are really practicing now this religion. But
Yeah.
mainly, it's really from atheists. It was created just to show to other religions that
Okay.
the thing is kind of
So it is an atheist.
Funny or not really,
It's an
yes.
atheist offspring, if you will.
yes,
Yeah,
because
okay, got it.
we have the
So,
same
like,
thing
just to locate
than Christians, for example. And if you're telling, but the whole universe was created by spaghetti monster, Christian will tell you, but
Okay,
this
got
is
it.
totally nonsense. So
Got
we can tell them, okay, but it's the same thing than yours.
Yeah,
It was the main idea.
that's interesting.
And here I was together with some funny guys. I was the co-founder. We sent a demand to the Ministry of Culture and the Ministry of the First Minister just to get also subsidies like all the other churches.
Yeah.
And
You got a denial.
Yeah, but we got an answer of
Yeah.
4 pages. A letter of 4 pages. Why they can't give us because we were too late and so on. And
Oh, it was about being late.
yes,
You need to
because-
apply before 1500.
Yes. Yeah. And we had Facebook.
500 years too late.
Yeah, but we had the Facebook page or group, and we had I think 2,000 members more than the Catholic Church in Luxembourg. So
Really?
we are more representative than the Catholic Church
Wow.
On
Yeah.
Facebook,
on Facebook.
Luxembourgish.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But okay, after this, not to get serious. After this answer I got from the Prime Minister, for me the thing was okay. It was one joke, one jokey thing, and after this, but there are some guys here in Luxembourg who are, if you want to celebrate on Sundays to eat pasta and speak about the spaghetti monster, you can.
But it's just to make it clear, it's not just in Luxembourg; it's a worldwide thing.
Yes.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting.
And even the thing, our your work. If you're practicing, you have to wear. I don't know the word in English. Anxiety-becken.
Oh yeah, how do you say this in English? I have no clue. You know the thing you put the pasta in to let the water out?
Yeah.
How do you say put this on the head?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. To drain the water out of the pasta.
Yeah, the drain.
That's why I have also. I'm wearing this. I have here.
Oh, really?
On your necklace.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
it's also
and now we're
serious stuff.
Yeah, this is quite serious stuff. And we
especially
are now for.
I know what I'm gonna give you for Christmas. Spaghetti.
Exactly. And for example, in Austria, they are now, and I think also in Belgium, they are now discussing to get this photo with the thing on the head, on the passport and on the driving license.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because
We are
other
quite
religions
serious
have the right to wear a head.
Okay, got it.
And now here in Luxembourg, on National Day, there's one of our representatives who is invited officially.
It's almost like an active movement trying to go into the old patterns of the church and seeing if they can, if there's discrimination or not.
I think CrossFit makes quite smart because you got the concept in 5 minutes where other have really much more problems to get the thing.
But you know,
well, CrossFit sometimes goes out through to be like sort of a religion or a sect or
a cult.
Rahmen,
a cult.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the community aspect of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have a strong community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. But to, I have a business idea.
Another one,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. I have quite a few. No, but I think how many people would be interested if you, well, let's apply it to here. Let's say that you could, not that we're going to do this, just, FYI, maybe. Because we were talking about everyone needing a therapist and how important it is and how not everyone is doing it.
Not everybody needs a therapist. Everybody could take some advantage in a psychologist.
Okay. I don't know the difference.
Because therapist is just if you have problems.
Okay, got it. So
it's fixing your problems.
Yes.
Right. So to maybe say that again, everyone maybe needs somebody to talk to that knows what to say and how to direct the conversation to just self-analyze, right? So I can look at myself, because a lot of times we're not speaking up. We're the things that we need to talk about, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So back to the business idea would be, how many people would be interested in when you're exercising and you're cleaning up your diet, but also having access to that person. It could be a sport psychiatrist involved, and then I'm talking about in the gym. Like instead of having because a lot of times you have physios, inside the gyms, which is a great idea as well. I mean, that's great. What about having a psych in the gym?
I studied my master degrees. I made them in Belgium. So and at the university where I was, there was also a huge sports faculty, and for example, also for these kinesiotherapists. And I think that it was a great idea if the psychologist and the kinesiotherapist, they could work together.
Yeah.
Because if you speak to the kines and what stories they hear while they are working with the people, it's even worse than the hairdresser, and they are coming with their problems. And so
right.
And I think
it's the same when you're a personal coach. A lot of it, and
yes.
A lot of people that have. I mean, I don't have too much experience in one-on-one. I mean, I've done quite a few of them, but still, people that have done it for years and years, they just say, I mean, it feels like they're psychologists.
Yeah, from that point of view, but there's also the point of view that the mind and the body is connected in a way that you can hurt yourself due to the in sports due to the fact that you had a bad day. I just remember one of our members, if I can name him, I'm not going to name any names, but Sam Dredvicki, for instance, who broke his Achilles tendon.
Mm-hmm.
During a day where he had a shitty day, he was stressed out, he came here to work out and did bad movement at the wrong time, and bam, it snapped.
Right.
So the mind and body is really connected. So what
Absolutely.
you're saying is true. Yeah.
I think that stress management and mindfulness should also be taught in school even.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's so much. 1 hour ago you told me just stop thinking about, because in CrossFit it's like everything, it's a small limit or a small space between thinking too much and not thinking enough.
Yeah.
You have to think about how much. For example, did you play golf once?
Yeah.
So if you start to think while you're playing, you're fucked.
Yeah.
The ball is.
Yeah, but to paint the picture, because I like that you brought that up. We were doing clean jerk in the class, and you had basically a weight that was your PR or was about to be your personal record, right? And you failed it, and it was obvious that you could lift it physically, but it was mentally, you were not there.
Absolutely.
And then there was a switch, and you switched it off, and then you lifted it, or you PR'd.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I don't know if you need a therapist or a psychologist in the gym, but I think what would be an excellent idea is to teach coaches about psychology, about the basic things in psychology, about stress management, about mindfulness, things like this, about a little bit of sports psychology. This would be a good idea.
Yeah. No, it's
But
taking a few.
do you have do you actually apply what you know about psychology when you're in your workout?
No.
And another question, would you apply it if I told you during the workout as a coach? Because it's coming from the outside.
I'm coachable.
No, I know that, but from the psychology part, the things you know already.
Sure.
So you'd accept it easier coming from someone else than from your own voices.
Sure, because my own voices are telling me shit.
Yeah.
If I, it's not. I have not a psychology voice in me. I have this bad voice in me. You tell me you're not good enough. This won't work. This is too heavy. You're too old. But sure, I would. Because it's like psychology, it's like the rest of the coaching. Because I don't see myself doing it, and I don't see. When I'm lifting or I'm doing something else, I'm so deeply in that it's quite good to get the view of another one or from outside.
Perspective.
Sure.
Yeah, but I have to say that you are very coachable.
Oh yes, he is.
Like, and that's actually a big thing we deal with as coaches, is that when we give feedback, a lot of times it just goes right through, or there's an excuse already on the way.
Yes.
Why they didn't do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, but
and so therefore it's hard to get through. You got to go through the layers of the excuse to get to the person.
To be coachable or to get coachable, first of all, you have to accept that you're not perfect.
Right.
Oh yes.
So, and this is not easy. That's again in the subject, of people who are doing CrossFit maybe not because they like so much the sport. So, and if you have problems with the concept that you're making faults and you're not accepting your faults, so you're not coachable. You can't be coachable.
Yes.
If a guy is telling me, well, just try another thing or try to do this another way, and this is an attempt to attack against my ego, I won't be coachable. I will find excuses and I will tell you, but I think that. And
so having an excuse when someone is trying to correct you is related to the ego, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. And you find this out by if somebody is telling you yes, but.
Yeah.
You're in resistance and.
The thing is, like in teaching, and you know this as a coach also, that it's about how you tell people stuff, that that depending on how you tell them stuff, that's how they will react to it. So if you really hit them in the face, some people will just go, okay, ego, and then deny everything and not listen to you. But if you manage to bypass that by how you say it, they might accept it.
Right.
And you can.
There are maybe also some people who needs this hit in the face or this kick in the ass.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why psychology or even also coaching, it's not that easy. You can't learn this in a book and to have one rule and to put it on everybody. So.
Yeah. And I would say a really good coach, or one aspect of being a really good coach, is the ability to read how you speak to each individual.
Yes.
And as especially the members that have been here for a while, you should learn what feedback they are most open to.
Yes.
And how to motivate them, what triggers them. And so you have to learn by trying. And sometimes it doesn't work, and then but you gotta kind of note it. Not saying that I do that perfect, but that's definitely a big thing that I look for.
And you never will be perfect in
that's
this.
all in the mind.
No, it's like the coaching. I'm not coach. I am coach, but on another.
You're planning to do the level 1, right?
But not in the reason that I want to coach. I like coaching, but for example, these Luxia things, it's coaching mainly. But level 1 is just to learn.
Yeah, it's good.
The techniques, especially. And now
I think everyone should do the CrossFit level 1.
Absolutely,
I think
I agree with that.
And this is one of the interesting thing of CrossFit or weightlifting is that I think you never will be perfect, nor in coaching nor in lifting.
Yeah.
I think that you can spend your whole life for learning deadlift.
Absolutely.
I think because when I was younger, I made some martial arts, and there also you could learn the rest for your life, just one hit, how to make it well, and how the technique. And I think here it's the same thing. So the sentence you said, "I'm not perfect," it's quite normal. You're 30 years old, aren't you? So how arrogant would you have to be to tell now I'm the perfect coach?
With your red beard standing in front of a white beard.
The day where you say I'm perfect as a coach,
stop growing.
That's when you lose.
Stop coaching.
Yeah.
Because you're in a routine. And if you're in a routine, like in psychology, you can't treat human beings in a routine. This doesn't work.
I totally agree with that.
It's even dangerous to do it.
Yeah.
In CrossFit or also in psychology. So the day where you tell yourself, I'm perfect, I don't have to learn anymore, I don't have to grow, do yourself a favor and
others mainly.
Stop it.
Do something else.
Yes.
But on the whole,
or reassess.
The whole note of talking about psychology in the gym or whatever. Again, last weekend I heard about this same Unscared box and this other Martin guy from Sweden, who actually have like individual, like every 6 months, they individually see every member, and they talk about what their goals are and how they want to proceed and blah blah blah. And I think that's kind of interesting too, because as a coach you get a better insight in people's lives actually, and why they're actually here. So also kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
On the same note,
And that's a kind of difficulty I have, because in the basic course you told us just to get an objective, to
goal,
aim, goal.
Yeah.
And especially in the first year, I have so many goals, and I'm pursuing one goal, for example, the handstand. Yeah. And then day after, it's again the double unders, and so on. And for the moment, I still have this feeling that I'm jumping from one goal to the next.
There's so many inputs.
Sure. That's maybe one of the big challenges when you're starting CrossFit, and that maybe it would be, but it's also a question of time, but it would maybe an idea to assess in the beginning, what is the goal of this year?
Yeah.
And maybe to
reassess every 6 months or 3 months. Or
and to give also a specific program on, for example, if the goal is handstand, free handstand.
Yes, that's exactly what they actually do. People have a goal, they know that's your goal, and when they come to a class and, for instance, I don't know, something hurts or they're injured or whatever, then you can always assess, considering their goal, if they can do something else, or instead of just scaling the movement, they could be doing something else to actually get their goal done and stuff like that. That's kind of interesting. That's exactly what you say.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's good.
Okay,
Thanks.
should we start the podcast now?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So today we have Jörg Bim Wimpfheimer. So what's that middle name, Bim? Can you explain that?
It's not a name. It's a title.
Oh, it's a title.
Bim. It stands for beautiful, intelligent, and modest.
Really?
Yes.
But you have it on your passport?
No.
No, okay.
No.
But it's like your Facebook name.
No, it's my. Yeah, I have.
I have it everywhere.
For 30 years now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Jörg Bim.
But you have one of those names where you read the name and you
I
just
said,
really
what the
read
fuck?
Yeah, exactly. You read the first name, so like I can call you Jörg because I know that.
Yeah.
But then your last name,
It's.
I don't have a clue because I just always look at it and it's like, wow, that's a long name.
Yes, it is. But it's quite logical because there's a city in Germany. It's called Bad Wimpfen.
Yeah.
So I'm Wimpfheimer. Heimer is home
From there. Yeah.
Okay.
So my home was in Wimpfen, Bad Wimpfen. So that makes Wimpfheimer.
So say your full name.
Jörg Wimpfheimer.
Nice. Thanks
so
for
there's
coming.
no Chris Burton.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
thanks for the invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good chat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe not as funny as we thought it could be.
Well, we can always make it more funny. We can always have a second session and make it funnier.
Just by
But
putting
yeah, it was
shit in.
quite serious, but
I think it was good.
it was interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We never
know.
really talk about these things when you're in class. You don't have the time to do it, and not. It's cool. But I knew about the spaghetti monster thing because you told me, and I thought it was interesting to
Yeah,
educate
you
other
can-
people about it.
I don't have a clue.
But you can Google it.
thought you were
It's,
joking.
I was Aschebeck.
Have you always been like you see the humor in almost everything?
Yes.
You have that ability. Is that something that you comes
Always.
naturally, or did it? You know what I mean?
I think I always had it. I also they did throw me out the high school because I always, and
Yeah, you're always kind of
you know, the
joking and stirring the
and
pot a
teachers
little bit.
do not like this for the first sessions, but a whole year they don't stand it. So after this, I spent more time outside than in the classroom. But I always had this little mechanic monkey who's in my.
They wanted to do something different. Yeah.
People can relate to what you're saying when they think of all the pictures you post on our Facebook group with all the funny
But
pictures.
the best picture, the picture of the year, is certainly when we had the window in the male dressing rooms, and you're standing there naked with a towel with an open window and say, hello or good morning,
Good morning, Siemens.
Siemens.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, these are the funny things, but I also learned to put the not so funny things in a joke. So I'm very often also sarcastic because sarcasm is on the one side a brother of humor, but also a cousin of depression.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm the heartbreaking things I see. Also sometimes when I'm not so happy with somebody, I always transport it in a joke.
Right.
What makes it sometimes even worse, because especially for people who understand the joke or understand the thing behind the joke.
Yes.
Got it. So they read into that.
Yes.
Yeah. So it flips around there.
But yeah, I mean, your whole funny part is probably one of the reasons you were named Member of the Year last
I have
year.
no idea. I never understood. I didn't discuss about, but I never understood why or what was the reasons why I got Member of the Year, because they're so just by being funny and telling shit. There are another ones who do the same.
First of all, you have to remember it's the first time we give out that title.
Yeah, maybe. So everybody's making mistakes in the beginning.
We live and we learn. It's not gonna happen next year.
Yeah, we never happen again.
No, but it was definitely more than one thing. It was the collaboration of everything.
Yeah.
That you do.
Like the most catastrophic accidents, it's not because of one reason. They're coming.
Exactly.
Few reasons.
But in a
together.
positive way.
Yes.
I think it's mainly on the fact that you were also new last year. Okay, so you started in 2016. So the whole year you were this new member who is losing 14 kilos, who was getting better at stuff and having always a funny way and making people laugh through the Facebook group and all these kind of thing that promotes the community and brings everything together. So
yeah, but it's also, I mean, yes, correct. But for me, it's also like the way, he's so coachable and how quickly he understands. Like, I don't know, it's just the ideal. I mean, not saying that you're perfect, because you aren't, right?
I never will be, and that's
nobody,
because if I'm perfect,
right?
I stop.
But I'm saying, like, there are a lot of things that weigh into it. But
this idea, this concept of member of the year, does it go together with the idea of CrossFit?
Why not?
Because CrossFit, for me, I think it's always we are working in a team and everybody is, this doesn't.
Yes, but it promotes an idea you can look to.
But it's also like you go to a competition and it's a community event, but you will have a winner.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not saying that it's a cutthroat win or lose, but I would say, I mean, I want to award good deeds, or and then people can read into what kind of members we want here. Because it's important to me that we don't just...
Okay, and are you sure that you want more members like me? Because the thing is that I
there would be war between him and this new member.
One of my principles for my whole life was that I never wanted to get in a club who is accepting members like me or people like me.
Right.
So now you're putting one up by naming me member of the year.
Would you accept another member like you? Would you be able to get along with that member that were exactly like you?
Wow.
Would it be a fusion or would it be war?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Now we're psychoanalyzing him, man.
Yeah. But it's a really good question. Would this be?
Yeah.
It would be more noisy, and or it would be totally war. And if I would find out that it's getting a competition, I would get back and I would get less funny and more quiet. Or what the other possibility is that it would get a tsunami of shit and
that's what I was expecting.
And that Anna would say, no,
get out of here.
Let's block them from the Facebook group, both of them.
Close the door. So I don't think that it would be a good idea. But first of all, you have to find another one like this.
It's hard to find.
I think so.
We don't want to find another one like you. We've got you. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's enough work.
That's good, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Boom.
High five. Good job.
Oh, I need a massage. Could I have this gin tonic?
Yeah, that would be good.
Where's the Scots who we're talking about?
Bring out the cigars.
Scott.
How long was this? Was this now?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
an hour 15.
it's our longest.
That's for sure, yeah. And it's kind of funny because just before we started recording, it was a member coming to me. Yeah, I really like the podcast, but it's a bit too long. You should keep it shorter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who said that?
No, I'm not gonna.
No, I like that because there are people gonna say it's too short too.
No, let's not do that. But yeah, no, but it's in general. It's mainly, I guess, people don't listen to podcasts in general, and they don't know that podcasts can last from an hour to 2 hours,
to 3 hours.
To 3 hours. Even.
The most. Do you listen to podcasts?
Yes.
Like Joe Rogan's podcast, it's like consistently over 3 hours.
Okay.
And it's it's the most popular podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But the thing is, people, it is kind of new for most people.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to listen to. Well, not how to. There's not a way to listen to it. But for me, for instance, I usually listen in the car.
Always.
So I put
it's
it
a
on.
Always. It's
I might be driving 4 or 5 times before finishing one, but I don't care. It's one thing and it's going on. And I like
I never block out the time in my schedule to listen to a podcast. It's more of a, like I'm driving, I'm washing the dishes, I'm taking the dogs, and I have something in my ear. You know what I mean? And I just continue where I left off.
Yeah, exactly.
So to me, it's like, I think because I get so if I see a podcast and it's like 35 minutes.
Yeah. Especially when that's why
You
the
know what I
YouTube
mean?
channel is misleading, because if you see that
No, we're done.
if you listen to the YouTube, well, if you go on the YouTube channel, you'll see the video, and then you're like, whoa, an hour and a half, that's quite long. It's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Who does that? You know?
Well, YouTube is so restricting too that you can't really do anything else, like with your phone. If you're watching YouTube, you can't like be on Instagram, and I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Yeah, I'm putting this on the podcast, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if they can hear me because I'm far away from the mic.
Turn the volume up.
You're still
Yeah.
interesting.
You have some special
Dude,
messages.
he records everything, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, damn.
Do you have a last word, Jörg?
The last word.
Shout it.
I need a massage.
He needs a massage.
So one word.
Massage.
Shit.
Shit. Yeah, just shoot the shit. I like that. Okay.
So Jörg joined the podcast and we shot the shit.